great science no longer occurs in solitude or in citadels. It occurs in collaboration.
We need to produce knowledge and to educate the next generation of scholars, the next generation of our workforce in the state of Oregon.
I'm a junior faculty member here at OHSU. I'm in the Division of Hematology and Medical Oncology, and I do research on blood cancers.
I am a physician scientist. I spend my clinical time taking care of patients with cancer, and I spend my time in the lab researching the way that cancer starts and trying to develop new treatments to treat cancer patients.
Fundamentally, what really drives me is a better basic understanding of what goes wrong in a cancer cell. In the past, some of my research has gone from sort of basic to clinical trial, and that's incredibly rewarding.
I'm not just interested in understanding the biology. I want to understand more about what it is to be a cancer patient. The other thing that really drives me is the question of why. Was it something that they got from their parents? Was it something they ate? Was it something they did? Was it something they were exposed to? And I'm frustrated by that, and I really want to answer that for them.
My husband Dick and I have sponsored 5 Scholar Awards. Julia Maxim was our first. She has gone on to have her own lab up at OHSU, and she's married to Ted Braun, who was also a chapter scholar. It's really important for us to support these young scientists in the academic programs that they've chosen.
I believe the future of all of society depends on how well we prepare this generation for the future.
One of the ways that students transform an institution is through an infusion of energy and idealism and can-doism.
They inspire our professors. They invigorate our research efforts at the university.
What one student needs may be very different from what another student needs.
When Ted was in graduate school and I was sort of at the end of my graduate work, we decided we wanted to start a family.
You do have to bring work home. Sometimes it means you have to explain to a kid that may not really understand. When I get a call from a patient, I have to answer the patient and spend as much time with them as they need. And I'm not going to lie, that's a hard thing for kids to understand. It's a hard thing for me to be torn between them. But I think it's the consequence of trying to live a full life.
There have been times where sort of the economics of our careers have been pressing, and so having that buffer of having that money from ARCS has been really tremendous in allowing me in particular to stay in academic research.
ARCS support is important because it funds one of our highest priorities, which is our students in the sciences. They will permit us to attract terrific graduate students, and they'll give those graduate students the support they need to flourish at the university.
Research can play a tremendous role and does for us, and not just state and federal government sponsored research, but industry supported research. And that helps us create new products, new services, new ways of doing business. All of that contributes to the economy of Oregon.
It is not the role of science to be an economic engine, but when science is done well, it has a tremendous economic benefit.
We can actually be a part of seeing these brilliant people accomplish so much.
I would like to continue to do basic research on cancer cells and provide some understanding that can impact patient care.
I hope to be able to say at the end of 10 or 20 years that I learned something about how cancer happens, and that by obtaining this knowledge I'm able to either treat people better or help to prevent cancer in people.